What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Balana and this is my lovely girlfriend
Carly.
And if you guys are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button right down below here. Also drop a big thumbs up on this video. But what are we getting into today, babe?
Today we are reacting to the worst bug infested houses in the world, and I'm not looking forward to this.
I'm not either.
To think about bugs being in our house gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I feel like I'm not gonna sleep tonight, but let's get into this video, guys. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, let's go.
As the old saying goes, there's no place like home. But while you may love your home for its warmth, comfort, and security,
I love my bed.
Creepy crawlies.
I'm gone.
Left unchecked, swarms of stink bugs, tons of termites, and even barrels of bees can move in, and worse, take over. Although the scale of some infestations are way more gross and scary.
See, I'm scared of cockroaches. I couldn't.
She freaks.
Try not to barf as we take a look at some of the worst bug-infested houses ever.
I can't do the cockroaches, guys. That's something I freak out. Oh, of course, the first thing.
On a May morning in 2017, serviceman Philip Todd answered a call to a house in Atlanta, Georgia. Philip didn't think he'd have to deal with
He has the worst job ever.
a faulty boiler.
Probably gets paid very well.
But when he arrived, he found himself face to antenna with a much more nauseating problem. The house was overrun with cockroaches.
Oh my god.
No, absolutely not. That's disgusting.
They were in the trash, on the walls, the ceiling, the floor. Nowhere was safe. And it was clear whoever lived there was happily living alongside this insane infestation.
How can you live like that,
You
though?
might be judging that homeowner for not cleaning their home and
Yep.
getting rid of the roaches, but
Yep.
cockroaches are hard to catch. They're fast, with American cockroaches able to move at speeds of up to 50 body lengths per
Can you hand me my
second.
drink, babe?
That's the equivalent of a human running at speeds of up to 210 miles an hour. And roaches have no problem living in large numbers either. There's no way of telling how many Philip had to deal with, but in 2019, thousands of roaches were discovered in a single sewer manhole over in Australia. So at least he wasn't there. Able to use even the smallest openings, they can infest almost anywhere, as Anastasios Theoharis discovered. The construction worker was working on a house in Sydney, Australia, when he noticed the property's telephone was out of use. Spotting what looked like dirt beneath the casing, Anastasios pried it open and was met with
Oh my god.
surprise.
There's so many.
You think those are alive or probably dead?
I can't tell. They don't look like they're moving.
Oh, he's just
they
peeling
dead.
it off. That is so gross. No wonder why your telephone wasn't working.
Well, I think we can safely say that phone has been bugged. Bed bugs bite.
Yeah, see, this is probably worse than cockroaches, though.
That would be terrible.
In the whole of America, the Terminators of Nyack's Global.
I know some people that have some bed bugs, but I'm not going to expose them on here. But just know that there's some people that actually really do have these guys.
Unquestionably,
It ain't me, but just know.
Nah, this is my bed. It's clean.
Oh my god. How could you sleep at night with that?
Going in a circle, they're not really running too far.
Blech. With bugs and blood splattered throughout the entire house,
Oh.
these Terminators were stuck.
I'm actually scared of hotels because this is my biggest fear, that I'm going to lay in a bed that has bed bugs and I'm going to get bit the fuck
They were
up.
also peppered all over the pillowcases, splattered
Oh
on
my
the walls,
god.
and even
Yuck.
infested the bed.
God, it's making me itch.
I'm getting itchy just
She ain't
looking
sleeping.
at this.
I ain't sleeping tonight,
Bugs
guys.
usually feed by sucking our blood while we sleep.
See what I mean?
For them
I'm
to
scared
use
of that.
Our mattresses. And the longer the problem is left untreated, the more they reproduce. Makes you wonder how long this person hadn't cleaned their house for, considering the huge number of bugs gathered here. I'd be surprised if they had any blood left in their body. Well, even if you try and starve bed bugs to
I was
death,
about to say, why is there
they
blood on the
survive for
mattress, but
months
because of
before
the
they
bed
die.
bugs?
Yeah.
And all that time, they'll be waiting, laying egg after egg after egg, growing in both number and
Oh
number.
no.
Thank God that's not your house, right? Well, it could be. You see, it's estimated bedbugs are present in 19% of public transportation systems, 35% of hospitals, 45% of college dorms, 46% of offices, 47% of schools and daycare centers, and a whopping 59%.
See, I
of
can see the
homes.
daycare
So
thing.
Chances are you're dealing with a bedbug
College
infestation
thing.
right now.
Yeah, I can
too.
see the college
While they
thing
may
too.
not grow to the monumental numbers they've achieved
Check your
in this
bed,
footage,
guys.
one
That's
in
what
five
they're
Americans
practically
will have to
saying.
deal with a bedbug infestation at some stage in their lives. Time to burn absolutely everything I own, I guess. While I'm busy nuking my house, why don't you get busy hitting those like and
Yeah, make sure
subscribe
you guys hit the subscribe button. You heard the man. And drop a big thumbs up on this video.
I knew you were my favorite for a reason. Alright, what horrors have we got next?
I don't know.
The House of 100%
Nope.
If you suffer
this is
from
gonna be good.
arachnophobia, look away now.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Phobia?
Spiders.
Oh.
Say I didn't warn you.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
Oh my
How do you let it get that bad?
God. Oh.
Yep, that's not clumps of furry mold growing on the ceiling of this outdoor hut.
How do you let it get that bad? Would you let it get that bad?
Absolutely
Precise.
not.
Also known as harvestmen, harvesters, or daddy longlegs.
Daddy long
And it
legs.
looks like they've been up in the
There's
rafters
one
of this hut
in
breeding
our
for
room and it's
quite
fucking
some
dead.
time. My God, there must have been thousands of the eight-legged freaks up there.
Oh.
But while the sheer amount of these harvestmen look
Don't you get the
terrifying,
chills?
they're not
Yeah.
the worst pests to have infest your home. Harvestmen don't really cause damage,
There's
discounting
daddy
aesthetic
longlegs.
damage, I guess. And
It
while
just
they
looks
may
disgusting.
frighten your home
Yeah.
I don't like
they
it.
can't bite humans or produce venom. Most of the time, harvestmen will simply head straight for your basements, crawl spaces, and garages. The spiders prefer to live in damp, shaded areas, like on trees or beneath rocks, preying on any smaller insects they come across. But if you're not an insect
That is so
lover like
gross.
me, you
They just keep
still
playing
don't
it,
want
I just
to
keep
create a
like,
carpet on
ugh.
your ceiling. So much nope in one video.
Looking around.
Ant attack.
Ant attack.
It was the holiday of a lifetime for biker Tim Zaman. When he made a road trip to South America, he loved everything about the trip. Well, almost everything. While he'd surely seen some crazy things out on the road, nothing was quite so extraordinary as the morning in Mexico he sat down for breakfast and saw this.
Holy shit.
That's so many.
That's where they going.
Somewhere.
It was thousands upon thousands of ants moving like
Yo,
a
this is making my
waterfall
skin
in reverse
crawl,
at
like,
the
not
side
even
of the
kidding.
house he was staying
It's
at.
really gross.
At least it's on the outside and not the inside.
It's
True.
also kind of mesmerizing compared to
gonna
other
think there's
infestations.
something crawling
So how come ants
in
all
my
know how to
sleep.
move in the same direction?
I know, I'm gonna, like, hit myself in the middle of the night.
Constantly
Hey, don't
communicating
slap
with each
me.
other when traveling. And no, that doesn't mean they're asking each other for directions. They do this using pheromones, chemical substances released by insects to influence the behavior of other members of their species. When traveling, ants secrete a chemical trail of pheromones for the other ants to follow, guiding the colony in a straight line along the quickest route
Interesting.
possible.
Did you know they did that?
And if
I
the
did not.
quickest route possible is through your house, then there's nothing you can do to stop them. In America, there are more than 700 ant species, although only 25 of them will invade your
700.
home. You could invest in a few bottles of Raid to try and keep them at bay, but against a colony this size, it'd probably be easier to just move. Termite terror.
This would be
Chris the
terrible.
Man
Yeah.
Taylor
I
has
would
really earned
never
his
ever
nickname.
have to
A Terminator
deal
for
with this.
forensic pest management based in Sydney, Australia, Chris is the guy you call if you wind up with some unwanted roomies. He specializes in bird control and in a true sign of the
Don't you have to,
man's
like,
courage,
rebuild
termites.
everything if you have termites, technically?
I think they tent it.
That's Chris
But
now showing
probably
us
have
one
to
of the
rebuild
largest termite
stuff
nests he's
Well,
they
look,
ever
he's
had,
tearing it apart.
which was inside the wall of someone's house. But the more Chris peeled away, the more evident it became that this termite nest was so huge it had enveloped every single wall of the room.
See, that would be terrible. It's like you lose your house.
Which are more like
Yeah.
mud tubes to reach food sources and protect themselves from open air. When
Interesting.
out on the prowl, termites eat wood constantly. Like, constantly.
Huh.
24/7. The critters use their sawtooth jaws to break off fragments of wood.
They're
1
ugly
teeny
looking.
piece at a time, but it all adds up. Each year, it's estimated they cause more than $5 billion in property damage. Now, in an average
Absolutely
year, you can
not.
expect a single termite queen to lay between 5,000 and 10,000
Jesus.
eggs. 60,000 termites is considered a mature
Imagine laying that many
colony.
babies.
Typical colony sizes range
Ain't happening.
50,000 to 2 million. In those numbers, termites can cause extensive structural damage to buildings, just like this one. Thank God the man with a plan was there. Stinkbug Scourge.
Stinkbug.
The day October 7th, 2021 would live long in the memory of an unsuspecting woman in Hanson, Kentucky. Like 84% of American houses, the woman's home was kitted out with an indoor air conditioner. While essential for the sweltering Kentucky summers, the air conditioners also offered an open door to a few unwelcome guest. When she peeled back the security tape, the woman was assaulted
Ew.
by a
Oh,
mass of
yuck.
hair-raising, foul-smelling stink bugs. Panicking, the woman began attacking the stink bugs with a vacuum cleaner. She hoped that would be the end of the gruesome invasion.
They
but
just
the
keep
stink bugs
coming.
That's something I would do. I would attack it with a vacuum
When
cleaner.
she returned to her bedroom, she discovered the stink bugs had already started making her house their new home.
No.
She just keeps vacuuming them.
Imagine waking up to see these creepy crawlies right next to your head. I'd be flailing around like her too. However, when you're face to face with a stink bug, you shouldn't get too aggressive. When threatened, stink bugs release a
Oh, yeah, and they
pH
stink.
chemical
Even
from
more.
a gland on their abdomen, which they spray everywhere. So they're creepy and stinky. Thanks for that, Mother Nature. Now, these bugs aren't just found in Kentucky, as Jeff from Morgantown, West Virginia discovered.
I just got home to find these puppies
Everywhere.
all up in my grill.
All up in my grill.
Jeff came home from work in 2012. He found his home overrun by stink bugs.
I wonder what attracts them, though.
And he estimated
I
there were
don't
at
know.
least a few thousand around the property. But how could so many have appeared so quickly? Well, stink bugs lay between roughly 30 to 100 eggs.
It's a lot of
They
eggs.
multiply at an extraordinarily fast rate. To make matters worse, stink bugs have very few natural predators.
They are
in
really
the
pretty,
US,
though.
So their numbers just keep growing and
Kinda.
growing and growing.
Like the shell
I
of
don't want
them.
to freak you out, but if you're in the U.S., that could mean a stink bug infestation is coming your way very soon.
No, thank you.
Ladybug
Ladybug.
lunacy. It was a November day like any other back in
What's wrong with
2015.
ladybugs?
Roger Stevenson
They can
noticed
stink
something
too, I think.
Oh, really?
different about
I
his
thought they
home
was
in
good
Stone
luck.
County, Arkansas.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my god, that's worse than the ants.
They're everywhere.
By Roger's own count, millions of ladybugs had swarmed his house. Now, maybe I just don't go outside enough, but I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 ladybugs together, let alone a swarm. Well, in Arkansas, the presence of ladybugs means winter is coming. From the middle of October to early November, as temperatures cool, ladybugs can be found swarming on the sunny
Bless
side
you.
of houses, trying to find
you.
somewhere warm and dry to spend the winter. The same stunt is done by ladybugs' cousins, Asian lady beetles, which Reddit user Boilermaker105 found out when thousands swarmed his work in
Ooh, I wouldn't
Ohio
want
back in
that.
2014. Not only do these beetles release a putrid defensive fluid that stains whatever it touches, it also smells vile, making them absolute stinkers to remove. Now, ladybugs were introduced to the United States by the Department of Agriculture as a biological control agent. So while they can be
Why?
a nuisance, they are adept at consuming crop-eating bugs like aphids and mites.
Gotcha.
So in a way, we have a lot to thank ladybugs for. Even
Thank
if
you,
they do leave
ladybugs.
a heck of a mess. Nest nightmare.
Oh no.
Bees.
With 20 years experience in beekeeping under his belt, professional exterminator Jude Verrett must have thought he'd seen it all.
Is he dealing with them with just his bare
Prepare
hands?
Jude for the site
I
he discovered in
think he's got
Louisiana
stuff
back in
on.
2017.
Oh my god. Look at them.
Those ain't bees. Those are wasps.
So they're even worse.
Yellow jackets.
Oh my god, he's killing them
These
though.
aggressive predatory
Spraying stuff.
pests are famous for their defensive
Looks like
behaviors as
death.
they swarm and sting.
Do you think he gets stung through that suit, or that suit's built
They
to
also
not sting
tend to
him?
build their nests
feel
on the
like
ground and naturally
he
defend
does
spots
not.
like burrows and crevices. But this swarm had discovered an old shed and decided to colonize the
That
floor
is
of the
crazy.
entire thing.
The whole shed. Look at the nest.
That's been growing for years.
Yeah.
More than years.
Luckily, Jude was more than up to the task of removing them. Over the course of 45 minutes, he stripped the entire nest from old storage
Where do they
boxes and
go?
garden tools without
I
getting
don't
stung
know.
even once. Forget your queen bees. This guy is a yellow jacket clearing king. But this wasn't the last time Jude had to tackle a yellow jacket nest. He was called out to a house in Dulac, Louisiana, back in 2021.
Does the sting
where he
kill
had to
him?
do battle with this
Or paralyze them, I
fly.
think, right?
The person?
Paralyze the bee, or the wasp. Steam?
Oh.
I thought they said
don't
that
know.
it paralyzes them.
I have no idea.
That's crazy.
The yellow jackets had attached their nest to the underside of a house, which
They're
was up
so,
so
like,
high, Jude had
the
no
nest
choice
is
but to
Think
clear
of
it
getting
out with
stung
his
by
teeth.
all those. You gotta
I'm
die,
surprised
right?
He was able to reach up
Oh,
that high,
probably.
considering he was carrying such massive balls of steel. He wasted no time getting right into the heart of the nest, ripping out everything.
I don't think I could do that as a job. You probably get paid very well, but I don't think I could do it.
Estimated that there were more than 1 million wasps in the colony, which sounds like one heck
That
of
is
an exaggeration.
crazy.
But nests containing millions of
There's
yellow
no
jackets
way you're
have been
surviving
recorded before.
a sting from all
And even
of
though he
those
was
if it
being pelted
happens.
by 1 million angry wasps from all sides, he still finished the job. Now that, kids, is what you call a professional. Be brave. Of all the animals you might worry about infesting your home, you wouldn't think bees were one of them, would you? Well, as it turns out, the hollow spaces in walls, floors, and roofs provide the perfect protection for bees to build their hives undisturbed.
So just know we're not having any little holes in our roof.
Back
Got
in
it.
2019, the bee experts
No
at Queensland,
bees.
Australia's Brisbane
I don't do the
backyard
bees. I got stung by a bee
clear
once and I
hives
never
of
want to get stung
residential
again.
ceiling.
It was when I was
At first,
little.
they assumed it
Stung
was
me
a
under
small
beneath my
hive
eye.
containing a few
Oh.
hundred
Changed my
bees.
life forever.
As they
Just
removed
like
the
that
bag,
bear
Just like
did?
that.
they discovered
Yep,
a
just like the bear did.
8-foot-long hive, which was housing some 60,000 bees.
Oh, it is very pretty.
It is.
Impressive.
Bees give honey, right?
Now,
Okay.
unlike their hornet cousins, bees are less aggressive. So the
Guys, it's
experts
late.
were
Don't
able to
judge
kill
me,
them
but...
alive from the ceiling
See,
to
that would be nice. You get fresh honey every day.
without agitating them. The bees were so docile, the experts were able to vacuum them up into a container for safe relocation. Talk about being a
That's
couple
kind of cool.
heroes.
Just suck them up with a vacuum.
Mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah, this is a big
This
no.
would be
There are insects I hate.
awful.
There are insects I despise.
Think of how much
And then
bug bites you
there are
got.
mosquitoes.
Too freaking
Just
many.
hearing one of those little bloodsuckers buzzing around your room is enough to drive you mad. But what if your house was infested with an entire swarm of them?
Nope.
Like this one from 2014.
Oh my god, do I even want to watch
Look
this?
at the mosquitoes.
Jesus.
These are mosquitoes by my back door. Look at the
Oh my god, they're all on his
door,
door.
how infested they are.
I'd be pressure washing that
I
stuff.
do not envy this New Yorker. It looks like
I'd
there
probably
are
kill a lot of
thousands,
them,
if not
but-
hundreds of thousands there. If I were him, I'd have set fire to the entire city.
Yep.
Exactly. What I
Look at 'em all.
was thinking.
It's crazy. Has anybody's door ever looked like this?
No.
With mosquitoes before?
But what were so many of them doing here? Well, warm and wet weather that evening had provided the perfect breeding conditions for a massive swarm of these.
So they were
pests.
getting it on.
Mosquitoes lay their pupa in rafts of up to 300 in stagnant
That's
water.
what was happening.
The pupa then emerge from the water when it becomes an adult, which, depending on the conditions, can happen all at the same time. So if you live in a warm, wet area next to a source of standing water, be sure to invest in some heavy-duty mosquito nets. You're gonna need them. Locusts.
Never heard of
Making
these.
her way through St. Clair shores in Michigan, Katie Williams was gazing out at the routine all-American streets. But all of a sudden, she drove past a house that looked like it had been struck by one of the biblical plagues.
Oh my god.
Oh God, no.
She couldn't believe her eyes when she saw this condo was completely covered in locusts. They're on the walls, on the intercom,
Think of
Those
someone
look
buying
like
that
fish
house.
flying.
punching under her tires.
We used to.
Gross.
That
Were
is
the
very
homeowners
gross.
waiting inside oblivious to this? Or had they concluded the locust pylon was a curse from God and fled the scene?
Yep.
Well, whatever they did, it might have comforted them to know that locusts are just a species of grasshopper. While introverted
It's still
grasshoppers
terrible,
live
though.
Comforting at
solitarily,
all.
No.
Locusts are forced together at food sources during dry spells, causing them to reproduce at a rapid rate.
I'm scared of
And
grasshoppers,
worse, thanks to
actually.
climate change
Really?
warming up the
Yes.
world, swarms of locusts will only
I'm terrified.
be frequent. Prolonged bouts
I
of
had one
weather
jump on me
will
one
create
time and I
locusts will start to thrive.
No, prank wars. Don't even play with bugs like that because I will get your nasty ass back.
Ironically,
Ooh.
No, I had a grasshopper hop on me once and I was terrified.
you might think all fleas are those tiny blood-sucking insects that latch onto your pets.
Oh, please don't tell me these can attach
No
to
fleas,
humans.
despite the name,
Or something.
not actually fleas. Even though they do jump around like
Why are you itching so much?
Just got the chilies.
springtails. But despite that name, these insects thrive in winter in moist, damp areas. And I mean thrive. Back in 2012, a man in Alabama heard his cat making some strange noises down in the basement. He went to investigate only to be greeted by this freakishly festering pile of snow fleas.
Oh.
Yikes.
Mm.
That is a real infestation.
All he had to say was, that was a real infestation.
By his estimates, there were roughly 50,000 of the insidious critters scattered
They're
around
so
his basement. Now,
little.
snow
Yeah.
fleas usually make their homes outdoors.
Interesting.
On occasion,
I've never
they'll
heard
make
of
their way
these.
into your house.
I've heard of
If they
fleas
find a
for like
perfectly
pets,
moist
but I've
patch,
never heard of
they'll
these.
start to multiply like crazy. Luckily, unlike the other kind of flea, snow fleas don't bite, so the biggest nuisance they'll
Okay.
cause you is their large numbers, just as our Alabama friend discovered. But wait, where does the snow and snow fleas come from?
Give them
Well,
up.
maybe this will answer your question.
Oh.
Somehow
Imagine
those
jumping in that.
are all piled up. Snow melt attracts swarms of snow fleas in
all
droves,
up
and
on your
because of their dark
hair.
color,
Yeah, that's what I'm
they show
saying.
prominently against
See, it's making you itchy.
Put a real blemish
At least
on
me.
your white Christmas. Which of these bug infested?
Alright guys, comment down below which house or which one was the worst one, because I really want to know what you guys think is the worst one. I'd have to say either cockroaches or...
The spiders. Was
Yeah, the
pretty
spiders
gross.
was pretty bad. The spiders for you?
Yeah, it's stink bugs.
Yeah, but comment down below. But that is going to do it for today's video.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll be back with more reactions soon, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.